and for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Rodwave firing up his girlfriend's G-Wagon.
Crazy, bro.
After his house was broken into.
I ain't hear that. Hold on.
FBI, open up!
I ain't hear nothing about his house getting broke into. Let's lock in then, 1090 J.
May 20th, 2025.
Big boy!
Rodwave was taken into custody and booked into the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. A long list of charges would range from aggravated assault, possession of a firearm, pointing or aiming a gun at another person, and tampering with evidence.
Got hella charges.
A total of 13 charges, with damn near half being felonies, has left fans wondering what the hell happened. Spade TV News would post to Instagram Rodwave's affidavit, and according to the arrest affidavit, on May 13th, officers executed a search warrant at Rodwave's 6-bed, 7.5 bath, 14,000 square foot, 3-acre mansion that last sold in 2024 for $9 million. Specifically, detectives wanted the home security footage.
Right.
They believe the video recordings contain evidence of a previous burglary turned shooting that took place at the residence. Recovering the recording device they saw, detectives found footage from April 21st. Reviewing the footage.
That's how you got locked up? Cause I'm like, burglary? Cause he was shooting at his girlfriend. What that got to do with somebody breaking in a crib though? You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a misunderstanding. But now I'm getting it. So they saying the police was looking at the security footage to try to figure out a burglary that was going on. They end up going back to April and I think that's when they seen him shooting at his girl.
The master bedroom window was broken, indicating someone broke into Rodwave's house.
Okay.
But video from the 2 days before wasn't there. Rodwave sent his realtor to check on the home, and she could be seen on surveillance video walking around the garage courtyard before leaving and returning with another realtor.
Right.
They take pictures of the residence and open the garage door where a Mercedes G-Wagon parked.
Okay.
They were not seen taking anything from the home and eventually left.
Okay.
Rodwave's girlfriend, Minnie Barbie, whose real name is Manariah Andrews, can be seen pulling up in a BMW.
Right.
Shortly after, Rodwave and an unknown associate would pull up in an SUV.
Okay.
Rod and his associate could be seen carrying bags and what appeared to be a box from the residence while his girlfriend followed. While the surveillance footage had no audio, it appeared to detectives that Rodwave was arguing with his girlfriend.
Okay.
She could be seen yelling at Rod, who in return pulled out a Glock 20 10mm pistol from under his left arm, opening fire at his girlfriend's G-Wagon that he bought her for Christmas.
I'm sorry, bro. I promise you, it's nothing a female could ever say to me. I don't give a damn who it is, my mama, my girl, who it is, folks. It's nothing a female could ever say to me that's gonna make me pull a chopper out, a 10mm bear killer Glock out from under my arm and even point it at her, let alone pull the trigger and empty the clip at her? That's crazy.
FBI, open up!
That's weird, folks. I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did? Like, it ain't even nothing a nigga could really say to me that's gonna make me blick. Unless that nigga say, I'm about to unalive you. Okay, then bow. You feel me? Bag up, homie. What you mean? That's the only thing anybody could ever say to me that would ever make me pull out, and let alone pull out and blow. It's crazy, bro. Do your homework.
The same G-Wagon posted on her Instagram. Detectives would count Rod's shot 14 times until the weapon was empty.
That's crazy.
11 bullets would strike the G-Wagon, 1 round struck Rod's Rolls Royce, and one round struck a wall.
And you don't even got aim. You couldn't even hit this big ass G-Wagon 14 times? You missed? That's bad.
Bruh.
The 14th bullet was never recovered. While Rod was shooting, his associate was unfazed, as if he knew it was going to happen.
I mean,
he just continued to place things from the house inside of the SUV.
Okay, see, now that make it really weird. That means he did something like this before. Anytime. So if I'm sitting here with my homie, him and his girl arguing, and he pull out a Glock and start busting, I'm like, hey, what you doing? Oh, shit, that crazy, go to popo. I'm up out of here. What are you doing? You feel me? I'm gonna react. The fact that this nigga just casually like, been here before. Let me keep getting my shit. That tell a whole nother story, folks. Do your homework.
Rod's girlfriend, on the other hand, ducked down and ran inside of the house in fear. She'd then run from the house to a nearby neighbor, call her mother, telling her rodwave shot her car up, and telling her mom to call 911.
Well, bitch,
Rod could then be seen on camera running through the front of the yard as detectives believed he was now panicking, knowing his girlfriend went to the neighbors to call the police.
Yeah.
Rod's associate would also seem to panic as they both jumped into the SUV, but their exit was blocked by Mini Barbie's BMW. With Rodwave driving, he'd reverse into the BMW in an attempt to push it out of the way, leaving his tires spinning. Pulling back up to the garage, Rod's associate would shut the garage door to prevent the shot up G-Wagon from being seen. Rod would get out of the SUV while on the phone, and his associate would begin collecting shell casings. Rod would attempt to drive around the BMW, but ended up striking a staircase and blowing out his front tire, disabling the SUV. Getting out, Rod would grab shell casings near the windshield wipers, throwing them onto the stairs before calling someone else on his phone. Rod would lock the SUV, lock up the house, and leave through the back of the residence. Detectives would locate a damaged backyard fence, leading them to believe 300-pound Rodwave broke the fence while escaping through the back.
He said, I can't jump the fence, so fuck it. Boom, I'm breaking that bitch down like Humpty Dumpty for the grave. The Kool-Aid man that broke the goddamn gate. Don't look at me like that. I can tell jokes. He blicking at females. Do your homework on the weirdos. Do your homework on the weird guys blicking at the females, bro. So when you blick at females, I get to call you the Kool-Aid man, especially if you big as hell. Do your homework. Do your homework on, instead of worried about shooting, to get your big ass on the treadmill because your heart screaming. Do your homework on phone them. If you can't run from the crime, don't do the damn crime. Fuck doing the time. How you gonna commit a crime? You can't even run from the scene. You too that. Let me stop, because I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I don't want to offend nobody, so I'm gonna shut up. But you gonna get them jokes, nigga. You blinking at, like, this is weird. We watched the video, but 1090J got all the details, which sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, Jake, you be scaring me. So I'm like, where did you get all this information from? But let's keep watching.
Detectives were now confident they had video evidence clearly showing Rod and his associate working together to alter the scene of a shooting, and later discovered Rod contacted his bodyguard to pick them up from the scene to avoid apprehension, while taking evidence from the scene to make it appear Rod was never there, and no crime happened other than a burglary.
So let me tell you this, folks. These niggas be in they, especially these singing niggas, they be in they feelings, folks. I'm not surprised. It's like how his songs be. I'm be like, gang, you can't be this. How you this? Like, damn. Like, some of his songs just be over sad. Like, folks, you can't be in your feelings this much. Especially, you got me in my feelings listening to the damn song. And it breaks my heart. You feel me? I'm sitting there damn near crying and shit. So I'm not surprised. He probably got in his feelings. She probably said, and that's why you 300 pounds of your dick, little nigga. He said, what? Fuck. And that's how it went down, folks. I'm not surprised. But anybody that do shit like this, gang, you was a weirdo, bro. I'm not even gonna say I'm sorry. What could your girlfriend ever say to you to make you like, what could she ever do other than trying to actively unalive you? other than coming at you with a knife or a goddamn samurai sword, or other than having a gun on her herself and blinking at you first, what could your girlfriend ever do to make you pull a pipe out and blow? Like, that's crazy.
Due to this information, probable cause was found to arrest rodwave on charges of aggravated assault.
Yeah, it's bad.
Pointing or aiming a firearm at another person.
Do he get attempted murder for that?
2 counts of possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. 2 counts of reckless conduct.
Yep.
2 counts of criminal damage to property.
Yep.
2 counts of obstruction of law enforcement.
Yep.
2 counts of tampering with evidence.
Yep.
And conspiracy to commit a felony. Now, I don't think this should come as a surprise that one of the top artists making emotional music reacted emotionally to someone breaking into his mansion.
Oh, no.
But to shoot the shit out of his girlfriend's G-Wagon is a little bit over the top.
A little bit.
But we don't know if she was bitching his ear off on the phone.
It don't matter.
At the end of the day, he bought the car, most likely owns the car, and he didn't cause her actually any harm aside from what? Stress? The paperwork never stated he aimed a gun at her or threatened her with it, even though that's what he's been charged with. But Rod has Drew Findling behind him. You know, Dirk's lawyer, Young Boy's lawyer.
Bro,
meaning this shit is about...
Pause, bro. Pause, bro. Bro. That's weird, bro. Like, you don't get no... I'm not giving that nigga no passes. I don't give a damn what the case is, bro. You pulled your gun out on a female. If you directly aimed it at her or not, bro. You pulled your gun out on a female. Like, how weird do you gotta be? Was you kicking around a nigga that did that? You got mad at it. I don't give a damn how much she bitching at you. She could be bitching more than anything, bro. I'm not pulling out no gun and blinking it in the vicinity of my girl ever in life. Like, is y'all cool? That nigga ain't getting no passes from me. He is a certified weirdo. Certified. Stamped. Authenticated.
About to go away with a quickness, but Rod's girlfriend will play an important role. On the night the burglary took place, police responded to the mansion after receiving reports of a domestic dispute, with witnesses hearing yelling and screaming. Minnie Barbie was outside crying, as she was the one that discovered the home had been broken into, with the safe in the basement being dragged across the floor before being emptied.
Right.
The investigation revealed bullet casings, bullet holes, 2 shot-up luxury vehicles, a handgun, a broken window by the pool, and a hammer in a nearby bush. The scene resembled a fucking shootout, leaving detectives wondering what actually took place, which led to the search warrant for the surveillance video.
Okay, so I get, So
now,
that's how they got the
Drew
video.
would comment, only saying there is no truth to the charges. Rodwave was a victim to a burglary and committed no crimes. How he was even charged as a result of this situation is incomprehensible, and this will absolutely be resolved in favor of rodwave. Obviously, Drew isn't going to comment on the alleged surveillance video that's been recovered. But eventually, that argument will come.
Yeah, they gonna have to talk. They gonna
now,
have to
I find it highly disrespectful, being a big guy myself, that detectives assume rodwave broke the backyard fence by jumping over it. And if they had that on video, I ain't gonna lie, that shit would have went viral.
Yeah, they need to release that.
Jump a fence. But anyways,
even they talking about some he ran. Like, can you imagine that? Release that. Phone now, Jerry, we want to see that.
To hear that this happened and the detectives are alleging they have the video of him pulling out the gun, shooting up the car, and then covering up everything that took place.
That's bad, bro. That's not.
I'll say this. If a crime was committed, it isn't as serious as what he's been charged with. And if you've ever been locked up, you might have heard of the spaghetti effect. When you throw a plate of spaghetti at the wall, it slaps, it starts to come down, and eventually the majority of the shit hits the floor while a couple of things are still standing. And that's what I think is going to happen with these charges. He's been hit with a bunch of charges that are serious, But I think that his lawyer is going to pick them apart strategically.
Man, lock that
in a manner in which, you know, maybe he gets probation.
Probably.
Maybe he gets time served.
Probably.
Community service.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. I don't know the statutes in Georgia, but firing a gun, discharging a firearm in public is a misdemeanor in Florida. The South has lenient laws. You know, the 4th of July, people just shoot guns off and shit. Maybe his lawyer will go that route. At the end of the day, he fired into something that he bought. You know, he bought the G-Wagon. And if you're a YouTuber and you're shooting guns on your property at shit you own, it's not that big of a deal, you know what I mean? But that's gonna be something for his lawyer to figure out.
Yeah, but where was the girl at, bro? Because if the girl was all the way over here, there's no reason for her to run and go call the police and all that shit. There's no reason to do none of that. And be crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I think it's weird. I think the shit is weird. I feel like he should get his ass. I hope he get his ass locked up. I don't care what nobody say. I hope his weird ass get locked up. He's a weirdo, bro. Do your homework. And they saying this shit is on video, gang. I hope she come snitch on his motherfucking ass. And I hope he goes to jail. Prison. Listen. I wouldn't wish prison on my worst enemy. Fuck you. I just watched the documentary of this dude on Netflix. He was unaliving his kids, innocent people. He had all their dead bodies in his house. I want that nigga locked up. All right, listen. These niggas out here killing their ops on camera, causing havoc. You feel me? Unaliving people, shooting up clubs, unaliving babies and shit. Man, listen, gang. I wish jail on people. You do some crazy, weird shit like this, folks, I hope you go to jail. Nigga, you ain't get caught speeding, motherfucker. You blinking towards a female. That's weird. Shit. So that's what I want to know. I want to know, where was the girl at in all of this? The whole situation. Where was the girl at? That's what I want to know.
I don't think he caused harm or threatened his girlfriend.
Okay.
I think that if your home gets broken into, your safe gets ran through and emptied, we don't know how much money he lost.
Doesn't matter.
You're going to be pissed, right? And maybe...
Have you ever got mad and shot up? Like, what? I got mad and punched something before. I ain't never got mad and pulled no gun out and just blicked at my G-Wagon. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe he lost shit worth more than that fucking G-Wagon, and he was like, you know what? Fuck your car.
And that's
I just
weird.
Lost all this shit. And he did what he did, allegedly. We don't know. We're just the bystanders that are gonna sit back and see what the fuck happens with this case. And the fact that he has one of the best lawyers, and again, this isn't some federal shit, and Rodwave is not a felon. He can legally have the gun that he had.
Right.
It's another important piece of information. As far as trying to cover up his tracks and, you know, taking the shell casings and this and that, look, we're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. He's already out on bond. I highly doubt he's stressing the shit. I mean, bro, if you got a $9 million mansion and you can afford to shoot into a G-Wagon and a Rolls Royce, I'm pretty sure he's not stressing this. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section.
Man, that shit, I feel like a lot of these YouTubers do not be saying the real. And that's where I come in, baby. You feel me? That's why y'all rock with me. Rodwave is a certified weirdo, stitched, goddammit, set in stone, weird man. Weirdo, big man. Kool-Aid. He's the weirdo Kool-Aid man. Do your homework. The Kool-Aid man has lost it. His cup has overflown. He does not know what to do. From the grave. And he the red Kool-Aid man. You know that's the big one. For now. Y'all tripping at him, man. That shit weird, bro. That's weird. And then you see your girl screaming and running and you keep blinking this gun into the car. Like, what you got going on for real, bro? Just weird shit. That's just weird. I don't care what this is. Like, it's weird. And you might not want to call it what it is, but I'm going to say it.